For over 3 decades, the Iowa Games has sparked the competitive spirit for Iowans all across the state. It's provided an opportunity for recreation and fun for athletes of all ages and skill levels. And once again, the 2017 Iowa Games has risen to the challenge with many memorable moments. Welcome to the 2017 Iowa Games Review, as we salute the people and performances that make the Games special. And coming up next, we'll start with a big welcome to Ames. Stay with us.
Iowa State was the place where Derek began his adventure.
Derek was one of the first students in the industrial design program.
Our apartment together was a design studio. A light bulb went off one day. I think he thought, I can design sneakers.
Derek's first study abroad experience, in fact, was in Rome.
He was able to go to London.
Did an internship in Germany.
Internship in New York City.
He designed in Chicago, and now he's on his way to design in California.
To see the excitement in Derek's face when he was moving to California is amazing. For Derek, it's a dream come true.
Enjoy your adventure at Iowa State. Visit ChooseYourAdventure.net.
This is Iowa, and here we don't just dream, we make history by nearly doubling our clean energy as part of our 100% renewable vision. With this, our energy costs will remain some of the lowest in the nation. We'll create new jobs and boost economic growth. Our air will be cleaner, our state stronger, and together we'll advance this country's energy future forever. Mid-American Energy, obsessively, relentlessly at your service.
Hello Window Designs. They're tested from -40 to 140 degrees Fahrenheit and subjected to wind-driven rain. They're even engineered to stop hurricane debris from penetrating your home. All with distinctive style that goes beyond the ordinary. Pello Windows and Doors. Perfectly beautiful.
Hi, I'm John Walters. Ames is the home of the Cyclones and so much more.
Welcome back to the 2017 Iowa Games Review. Before the competition, there is the celebration, because the starting line of the Iowa Games is the Athlete Jamboree, where sponsors, spectators, and athletes all get together for a good time. Now let's hear from one of the sponsors of the Iowa Games Athlete Jamboree, Aaron Putsey of the Iowa Food and Family Project.
The thing that makes it a good fit for the Iowa Food and Family Project and the Iowa Games, and why the partnership is so perfect, is that it really is a celebration first of Iowa. And we love at the Iowa Food and Family Project to not just celebrate Iowa, but to celebrate Iowa farmers and what farmers do. To lead a really active and healthy lifestyle, it all starts with eating good food, and no one grows and provides better food than the Iowa farmer. The Iowa Sports Foundation, through the Iowa Games and Live Healthy Iowa, reaches more than 200,000 Iowans every year. And that is a great audience for us at the Iowa Food and Family Project to tap into, because they're already interested in health and nutrition and wellness. So the natural extension of that is to learn more about where their food comes from, the food that they rely on to really fuel their competitive spirit. So it's a natural synergy to connect with that audience that already has that interest, and then to take it a step further and do what the Iowa Games and the Iowa Sports Foundation can't do, and that is to bring the farmer's story to them. And so we do that in a variety of ways, including the Iowa Games and the Athlete Jamboree. The farmer message to Iowans is to be confident about what they do. Even though Iowa's population is only 2% farmers, the 98% of people who don't farm can have tremendous confidence in the 2% that are on the land each and every day growing the food that they need, that they're doing it responsibly, they're doing it in a way that's good for the communities, good for the environment, and good for Iowa.
And coming up next, we'll shine the spotlight on a champion athlete from our state. Stay with us.
I can just quit school and get a job.
Daddy's here.
Hey, buddy.
I think we can do this.
Adam Bailey. Adam Bailey.
Health insurance. One piece of paper looks like all the others, but you won't really know what you bought until you use it through the years, until you have a concern about a bill, a question about coverage, until on the worst day of your life, you worry about what's in that fine print you didn't read. Then you'll know that health insurance isn't a piece of paper. It's the promise behind it. It's the people behind it.
Fuel your business with fiber optic connectivity. Gigabit Plus from Mediacom Business. It's here. It's fast. And thousands of businesses are already on board. Our ultra-fast data network is built on a foundation of rock-solid reliability to take your enterprise-level business into the future. That's the power of Gigabit Plus from Mediacom Business.
Honda knows sometimes it feels good to get out of your comfort zone and be a little different. With style and technology to help you stand out. KBB.com's best overall buy for 2017. The one and only Civic. Nothing compares to a Honda.
Welcome back to the 2017 Iowa Games Review. This year, the opening ceremonies featured a strong opening act. Former NCAA wrestling champion Kyven Gadson of Iowa State shared some of his secrets to being a champion. Now, let's listen in to Kyven Gadson.
There's three things I really want to speak on tonight. And the first is ambition. All you here today have goals. And one of the biggest things for me is ambition when trying to pursue your goals and your dreams. I started off wrestling at 6.5 years old in my living room with my dad. At that time, I told him I wanted to be an Olympic champ and an NCAA champ, having no idea how much work and time and energy and dedication it would mean. Now I stand here today before you all, and half of that is done. I was an NCAA champ in 2015, and that was a great experience. Last year, I came up short of that goal of becoming an Olympic champ. The guy I beat in the NCAA finals in 2015 went on to win the Olympics last year. So I'm talking about ambition, the drive, the commitment, the want to accomplish something that you in your heart know that you want for yourself. I was talking to my mom before this, and I was telling her about my 3 points: ambition, passion, and perseverance. Everybody has the app, right? 2017, everybody has a phone. Who has a phone? I have mine up here. But everybody has the app to be successful. You just have to decide. My ambition leads into my passion. So one question I want you all to ask yourself before we leave here today is what's your why? What's your passion? My passion partly is wrestling. The other part of that is my faith and my family. My why has pushed me to everything that I've accomplished in my life. The passion, the why. And next is perseverance. Anybody here ever wanted to quit something because it was hard? I think we all have. And that's why you have to persevere, even when things don't go your way. Just like last year for me, in 2016, I came up short at the Olympic trials. It was heartbreaking. I remember coming upstairs after I lost the match that would have put me in the finals, and all I wanted to do was find my mom and cry. I still kind of want to cry. But the good thing about it is that I decided that I was going to persevere through that pain and that I was going to keep training until the Tokyo 2020 Olympians. And the special, thank you. I'm going to get it done. The special thing about Iowans is we come from all different backgrounds, but one of the things that we all hold dear to our hearts is our work ethic. And that's what's gonna make the difference for me in 2018, 2019, and 2020 when I'm making that trip to Tokyo happen. When I was 20 years old, just 5 years ago, my father passed away from cancer. And that was the biggest hurdle up to date in my wrestling career. My dad was my coach, he was my best friend, and he was someone that I lost to one of the worst things in the world. But what I took from that is everything that he taught me as a kid, everything that him and my mom taught me as a young man. Go after your dreams, have a passion, and never quit. Ambition, passion, and perseverance. So if you take anything from me today, make sure you keep your app close to your heart.
And coming up next, we'll feature an athlete whose young career is right on target. Stay with us.
They happen all the time. Some are expected. Some come out of nowhere. These moments make up our lives. They shape us, test us, and ultimately make us stronger. Life is a series of moments, and Unity Point Health will always be right there by your side. Visit unitypoint.org/moments to find a doctor near you.
Hi, I'm John Walters. Ames is the home of the Cyclones and so much more.
This is Iowa, and here we don't just dream, we make history by nearly doubling our clean energy as part of our 100% renewable vision. With this, our energy costs will remain some of the lowest in the nation. We'll create new jobs and boost economic growth. Our air will be cleaner, our state stronger, and together we'll advance this country's energy future forever. Mid-American Energy, Obsessively, relentlessly at your service.
Welcome back to the 2017 Iowa Games Review. It is true that the Iowa Games is all about the state, but there are some athletes that also compete on the international level, including 15-year-old Logan Kelly of Mount Vernon. In his sport of archery, Kelly has a shot at the big time. Now let's meet Logan Kelly.
I'm Logan Kelly, and I'm 15 years old, and I'm from Mount Vernon, Iowa. Well, I started out as 4th grade, and I knew that I was coming up because you could start in 5th grade 5 years ago or whatever, and our family friend, he's like the co-head coach of the Mount Vernon archery team. So one time at his birthday, you could shoot bows and stuff. So I shot, and I think I did okay, I don't really remember. And then archery came around, and I was a good beginner. And then there's a kid on our team, which he won state last year, so I always kind of pushed for him, and then eventually I started beating him. And then state came, and I shot, and I won as a rookie, and then I knew that I was like pretty good, and then 7th grade year I shot at 297, and that's when I knew I was nationally good. I've got like 8 or 9 state titles, 3 national titles, and I've been runner-up at Worlds, and then I competed at the All-Star team last year at Nationals. Well, it's from Nationals. So I'm probably most proud of that. Last year I had a really good year at Nationals, and I won, and then I got to go on the team as the youngest competitor of the team, so that was really cool. There's 6 rounds. We get a practice round at 10 meters and a practice at 15. And so we have 3 and 3, and each round is 5 arrows. So they take the top 16 in like 5 or 6 different countries. And we went, well, the U.S. flew to Johannesburg, South Africa. Then we shot near the Drakensberg mountain range. And mainly it was us, Canada, South Africa, Namibia, and Zimbabwe. And we just competed for a few days, and the U.S. came out as the champions. Physically, I'd say the biggest thing is you could maybe do something wrong as long as you do it every single time. And aiming's a big key. Some kids, they don't even aim when you're trying to teach them, which, you know, you gotta aim, and then mentally, you don't want to get too nervous, but a little nervous keeps you on the edge, and you only want to focus on your arrows and your target. That'll help you out the best. Normally at 10 meters, obviously it's closer, so it should be easier. Sometimes it is. Sometimes it feels too close, but I guess I try to get a 50, and about my 4th or 5th round is where, you know, I'll notice if I'm going to do good or not. So there's definitely a zone. I really push for Worlds, I guess, and Nationals, and they're always at the end of the season. Worlds is actually, I'll leave Wednesday to go to Florida to shoot. But I guess I always push for better things. I always want to be better. Showing everybody how good I am, or meeting new people. I know I could probably name off 10 states where I have like a really good friend that does archery, and I met him at Nationals and met people in South Africa, so probably meeting people in the competition.
And coming up next, we'll have some fun with another unique athlete. Stay with us.
It's another great season of high school football, and you can catch the week's best matchup on MC22. Every week during the regular season, MC22 will highlight a football game from Iowa's biggest and best districts in Class 4A. If you can't make it to the game, MC22 has you covered every Saturday, Sunday, and Monday. It's the biggest games, it's the biggest rivalries, and it's only on Iowa's best local sports network, MC22. High school football on MC22 is brought to you by these fine sponsors.
Honda knows sometimes it feels good to get out of your comfort zone and be be a little different. With style and technology to help you stand out. KBB.com's best overall buy for 2017. The one and only Civic. Nothing compares to a Honda.
Iowa State was the place where Derek began his adventure.
Derek was one of the first students in the industrial design program.
Our apartment together was a design studio. A light bulb went off one day. I think he thought, I can design sneakers.
Derek's first study abroad experience, in fact, was in Rome.
He was able to go to London.
Did an internship in Germany.
Internship in New York City.
He designed in Chicago, and now he's on his way to design in California.
To see the excitement in Derek's face when he was moving to California is amazing. For Derek, it's a dream come true.
Enjoy your adventure at Iowa State. Visit ChooseYourAdventure.net.
Fuel your business with fiber optic connectivity. Gigabit Plus from Mediacom Business. It's here. It's fast. And thousands of businesses are already on board. Our ultra-fast data network is built on a foundation of rock-solid reliability to take your enterprise-level business into the future. That's the power of Gigabit Plus from Mediacom Business.
Welcome back to the 2017 Iowa Games Review. While the games may be about becoming a winner, there is one Iowan who is already a true hero, even before the games. World War II veteran Carl Kaiser is still tossing horseshoes at 94 years old and still enjoying the Iowa Games. Here's a profile of Carl Kaiser.
I'm Carl Kaiser from Des Moines, Iowa, and I've been pitching since 1990. My high point in my career was coming in the championship class at number 10 and beating the defending champion with a 75% game. That was about 4 years ago. I was 90. Well, I'm from a military family. There were 8 of us, 2 girls. In World War I, there were like 4 of us in that. In the Korean War, there were 4 in that, including one of my sisters. And the high point, well, is that my older brother earned a Silver Star. He was attached to Patton's Army. I was sent to the Pacific. I was in a port battalion, and we went to New Guinea first, and then from there we went to the invasion of Leyte. And the day we were supposed to leave Leyte, I was wounded by a bomb fragment. And from there we went to Mindoro, and that's where they sent the paratroopers to release the prisoners on Corregidor. And of course the war ended while I was there, and I came back home. After war, first I worked on construction for about 5 years, and I went in the post office. I retired from the post office in 1989. Thanks for letting me win, Ralph.
Yeah, you're welcome. Wasn't trying that hard to let you win.
The main thing, I like competition, and these are the nicest people I've ever met in my life, horseshoe pitchers. And I've pitched in California, Oregon, Washington, Illinois, and Wyoming. Yeah. Getting the job at the post office, I was walking probably about 45 miles a week for 39 years, and I always watched my diet, I watched my weight, and I never drank or smoked much. I never drank much. Practice and concentration. It's a crazy game because one time you can pitch really good, and if you're not one of the very best, you'll pitch very good, and then sometimes you pitch awful. Yeah. But I've beaten every top guy except one at one time. My best, I can beat anybody, and my worst, anybody can beat me. It's the sound of a ringer. You can almost tell a ringer, but you get into a zone where you can't miss. Against that guy, I amazed myself, really. I never pitched that well before in my life. I'd pitch highest game before that was like a 72, and that happened once. My average was usually in about middle 40s, 45%. This is a sport that I can compete in really like, so I always do this.
And that wraps up the 2017 Iowa Games Review. For more information on the Iowa Games, visit iowagames.org. We close the show with a look back at some more of the fun. Thanks for joining us.